Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the AstoundCast, episode number, I'm gonna say 42.
I thought it was 41.
Okay then, 41 it is. Right, give me a second to just set the title, if it'll let me. There it is. Oh, thank God. The app had me very worried for a moment there.
Oh no.
Because for a moment it wasn't letting me change the title, but thank God I managed to get it to work.
Oh, thank goodness.
One second, let me just finish this off.
It's a lot of seconds you're taking.
Right, there we go. So, starting this one off as I always do, how's your last 2 weeks been? Because remember, remember we had a week off last week.
Yeah, very much remember. I was there.
Yep.
Yeah, the 2 weeks off were actually not too bad. This week before it was like there was work to do and all that. And then this week coming up, it's gonna be my last week in uni until Easter.
Oh wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, how have you been then?
Well, the first week, hay fever decided to completely kick my rear end.
Oh no.
It was bad.
Oh geez.
I was coughing like I had every lung condition in the universe.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
No, it was bad. In fact, it was so bad that on the Tuesday, I was meant to be in college, I stayed in the library. I didn't actually go into lesson.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Then the Friday came along that week, and I woke up incredibly dizzy.
That's not good if you're sitting down and you feel dizzy.
I literally woke up, sat up, and my head felt like it was spinning.
Eek.
Yeah, I ended up having to have the day off work because I could not move.
Yeah, not the greatest thing. I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Yeah, last week was a significant improvement on that whole situation.
Yeah.
As the temperatures plummeted, hay fever went away. But also this last week, I've gone on a bit of a video game buying spree. Like,
I feel that, but what game did you get?
I actually managed to get 2 of them for free because they were on PlayStation Plus, which I'm going to talk about again later on because there's something happening with PlayStation Plus soon. I'll get on to that in a minute.
Oh.
The first one was Ark, State of Survival.
Oh, Ark's pretty good.
Yeah, I have played it before briefly, although it was on an iPad, so the FPS wasn't brilliant.
Yeah.
And the other, which is probably going to make you very happy, Sonic Team Racing.
Oh. Okay, right.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise, the main person I drive as is Sonic.
It seems about right for you.
Yeah. His car's really good, to be fair.
We've made for speed.
The other games I've purchased have been. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to think. Not long after I bought Ark State of Survival, I ended up buying Jurassic World Evolution. Because, I was thinking Ark State of Survival dinosaurs. Then I remember a friend of mine absolutely loves Jurassic World Evolution, so I thought, let's give that one a go, and I now love it. And just before this stream, I bought a game called Grid Autosport, which is a massive motorsports video game on mobile as well as console, and it's brilliant. Even on mobile, it's absolutely amazing. So definitely recommend. Sorry, definitely recommend checking that one out if you have a spare £8.99 left over.
Is that for all of them, or is that just for one of them?
Mobile at the very least. I'm not sure about console.
So just one game. Just one game then.
Oh yeah, no. Jurassic World was £37.
Eek.
As I mentioned, as a result of them being on PS Plus, although they're not anymore, because I got them on the March deals, as I bought them literally on the 31st. They were both free, but I can't remember the prices now.
That's fair.
Yeah, so the last 2 weeks have been pretty chaotic, to say the least.
Yeah, seems about right for you.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to the motorsports section?
Yep, sure. Tell me about Zoomies.
Yeah, well, despite there being no F1 this weekend, there was, earlier on today, a race in the World Endurance Championship.
All right.
It was the GT 3 Hours of Imola.
Oh.
And I saw like the last hour and a half of it. It was a very good race, although there was a couple of humongous disappointments.
What, like?
For example, Valentino Rossi, 9 times MotoGP world champion, ended up having to extend his stint in his car by 1 lap because he overshot his pit box in the pit lane.
Oh, that doesn't sound too good.
He ended up having to do another lap because he missed his pit box, and there was actually one guy from his pit crew running after him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was not great for the world champion. And the other massive gut-wrenching disappointments. Right. There was a driver called, I don't know his first name. His first name began with an L, and his surname was Ferrari.
Yeah, that's a very weird first name. I don't know his first name, Ferrari.
Well, I couldn't... Well, they didn't show their first names at all. They just showed the first letter of their first name and their surname. And his surname was Ferrari, and he was driving a Mercedes.
Now that seems very conflicting.
I was dying on the inside, especially considering there were loads of Ferraris on the grid.
Well, it seemed that Ferrari didn't want him.
I was honestly dying when I saw he was a Mercedes driver. I thought, you literally had one job. Just one.
No mistake. Ferrari had one job.
Both of them had one job.
It couldn't get held if he wasn't hired by people who were going to use a Ferrari.
That is very true. But there was 2 other very, very thank God moments. For example, there was a driver known as Maxime Martin who was driving an Aston Martin. So that kind of made me feel a bit better about the whole Ferrari situation.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
And there was a Porsche driver with the racing number 911.
Wow, though.
Yeah, so at least the Porsche driver used his common sense and thought, yeah, let's use the most famous Porsche model number ever. So that kind of offset the Ferrari disappointment, but not by much.
You're just gonna still be hungover that a Ferrari is driving a Mercedes.
Yeah, I will be. It was gut-wrenching. I was like, no, why?
Look, if he was drinking a Red Bull, it would make it worse.
That is very true. That is incredibly true. Oh, although I did see something F1 related earlier on. Yeah, I knew I'd managed to bring this back in. Sergio Perez started off as a Ferrari junior, has now ended up in Red Bull. Carlos Sainz started as a Red Bull junior, ended up in a Ferrari. Huh. That is one hell of a coincidence.
Trading. Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. Oh, and some very good news for next Sunday's race. Sebastian Vettel has returned at long last a negative COVID test, so he will be able to race.
Yay!
So we can finally have the F1 2022 grid properly.
Finally.
Provided nobody else gets it in the meantime.
Or if anything else happens.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Fingers, toes, whatever else.
Yeah, and after the incident at last Friday's practice for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, I am under the impression that Lewis Hamilton has arranged to meet with the head of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix track to discuss how that race could work in the future, because I can't remember if I mentioned this to you, but there was a missile that hit 12 miles away from the track during the practice sessions.
Oh yeah, you've this to me.
Yeah, and understandably, all the drivers were kind of sort of terrified.
To be fair, you kind of can't blame them for that.
No, I would be pretty I'd be pooping my pants a bit too.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can figure that one out, because F1 can't really go to a race every year and worry about being bombed every time. Like,
to be fair, they shouldn't have to worry about being bombed at all.
No, that is very true, which is exactly why I'm wondering why that race even went ahead.
No clue.
Nope, me neither. Wait, no, I think I have an idea. It's a little thing called money.
Yeah, because the amount they probably lost out on when COVID hit, they're trying to just make it up as they can now.
True, but is really risking your drivers all getting killed worth that?
Well, if you also think about it, it would also bring in tourism for the country as well, even more so. So
True.
it's between benefiting the country's economy as well as theirs, or just not having it and keeping everyone safe. And this time, for some reason, they decided economy over safety.
Yeah, however, you may have profited off of that race, but what if it went wrong? Like, you can't profit off of any races if all the F1 drivers aren't around anymore.
True. Although they try and replace them with new ones, but that's not the same.
No, exactly. In worst case scenario, they'd have had to replace everyone.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, majority of the people in that area would not be there.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, hopefully they can get that one sorted, because again, I wouldn't want to be going to a track every year knowing that I could end up being, bombed.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite sit right with me, and it probably does not sit right with the drivers either. Anyway, where was I? Huh?
I don't think it sits right with many people.
Yeah, no. In fact, it did end up prompting a 4.5 hour Grand Prix Drivers Association meeting.
Eee.
It started 10 o'clock on the Friday night. No, sorry, 9 o'clock on the Friday night, and finished 1:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah. And it appears that despite George Russell being the president of the GPDA, it was actually Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso leading the meeting.
Oh.
And I'm guessing that's because they were the most experienced drivers there, and they probably know their ways around these situations.
Probably.
Yeah, so I think that's probably why, because it definitely looked like they were leading that meeting. I'm not too sure, though, but it was eventually somehow resolved, and the race, of course, did go ahead with Max Verstappen taking his first win of the season and his first finish.
Oh.
Yeah, thankfully the Red Bulls didn't decide to just poo themselves and die this time.
In both senses, yeah. Good job.
Yeah, that was a bit of a relief for Max and the team. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so the Australian Grand Prix is next weekend, round 3. Daniel Ricciardo's first home race in 3 years. I bet he's incredibly happy about that.
Yeah.
And there is some other major F1 news to come out this week.
Oh.
There is a new track being added to next year's calendar.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
The Las Vegas Strip.
Oh.
Yep, they're going to Vegas for the first time since the 80s.
Well, you might as well.
Yep, and I think, well, they have taken, and they have seen the sense this time to not hold it in a car park.
I mean, why would they do that in the first one?
I don't know, but back in the 1980s, when F1 did race in Las Vegas, the track was in the Caesars Palace car park.
Who was the one who agreed to that?
I have no idea. It was. I think it lasted only 2 seasons. I think it was 1980 and 1981. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Quite understandably. But this time, they're going on the Las Vegas Strip itself.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is going to be one hell of a race, which I'll have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Right. Just trying to think of anything else that I've missed throughout this last week. Give me a second. Unfortunately, I've kind of lost track of NASCAR and IndyCar, so I'll try and get back on track with that next week, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a hectic couple of weeks with, hay fever kicking my rear end. Motorsport's going a bit crazy over the last couple of weeks. To be honest, not much else has happened, really, unless I'm forgetting something massive completely. No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I
no.
think that's it.
There was an April Fool's on Friday, though, from F1.
Oh?
And it was very close to believable, because they did pull it after the midday.
Oh, no.
Breaking. Lewis Hamilton will retire at the end of the season.
Oh, gee, that's...
My heart sank into my left foot.
A very specific area, but that is understandable.
It sank all the way down.
Did it come back up, at least?
Once I realised that it was an April Fool's, yeah. Yeah. But they did end up breaking the before midday rule, so that's why I thought, oh my god.
They might have timed it for a different time zone, so...
Probably the US.
Yeah.
But it was just the initial panic of, oh my god. No. Because to be fair, this is Lewis's 16th season in F1.
Yeah.
And he says he wants to be out of F1 by the time he's 40. He's just turned 37.
Yeah, so that gives him a very good likelihood to just go.
that could have been very legit.
Yeah.
That could have been like that. Honestly, it wouldn't have. For a minute, I thought, well, I'm actually not that surprised.
But on the other hand, you were secretly just very upset about it all.
Oh, I was devastated. I was absolutely destroyed for those 2 minutes. I think they could have done it a bit better by saying somebody like Yuki Tsunoda or Joe Guan Yu. Like, that would have been a bit more of an obvious, okay, this is a joke.
Yeah, but people it would find it much more believable if it's Hamilton.
Yeah, and honestly, I think a lot of people did fall for it very, very hard, even more than I did. But as of now, Lewis Hamilton is not retiring at the end of the season unless he announces it at some point during the season.
That makes sense.
I will admit there are 3 drivers on my radar to go to retire at the end of the year. Next year at a stretch, but there are 3 drivers. Fernando Alonso, as this is his his 21st year in it's been 21 years since he started.
Jeez. So
he's definitely one of my big candidates to go either this year or at the very latest next year. My other one is Sebastian Vettel, as he started only a few races after Lewis did. Because he ended up having to substitute, I think, Ralf Schumacher in the 2007 Indianapolis Grand Prix. He didn't get a full-time race seat until 2008, but his debut was in Indianapolis 07. So he started around the same time as Lewis, so I think he's on my radar to go either this year or next year, depending on car performance, I think. And same goes for Lewis Hamilton. If that Mercedes doesn't get its act together, I think Lewis could be out this. I think Lewis could leave end of the season.
That makes sense. It'd be sad though.
Oh yeah, like the greatest to ever do it on paper, and in my opinion, the greatest to ever do it. Like, that is going to break my heart to see him go, but it has to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are my 3 candidates to go this year probably, but next year at the latest.
Well, we've got time to see what happens.
Yeah, true. Although you never know, I could be completely wrong, and 3 other drivers could just randomly retire for reasons.
Yuki.
Oh, I hope he doesn't. Oh no. I like Yuki.
It'd be funny if he's just like, right, I've done it. I don't want to go for the long haul.
Yeah. I mean, I like you. Sure, he had some problems last year, but he's definitely began to improve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm afraid that's gonna have to do it for this week's motorsports section. Because I've
handled that pretty well.
I've definitely gone through everything. Oh yeah, and Mick Schumacher's absolutely fine.
Yay.
That's the last thing. Yeah, so my video game haul this week has been a bit well, I wasn't quite expecting to buy as many video games as I have. I finished Squadrons on Friday night. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Nice.
And I do really want to talk about the end of the second to last level.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was so damn cool. Right. The second to last mission was the final Imperial mission. Your mission was to destroy the New Republic Starhawk, which was their new super starship, constructed, spoilers by the way, from old Imperial Star Destroyers.
Oh.
Yeah. and your mission as Titan Squadron was to take it out. And I got to go, and I got to do the coolest thing ever: blow a hole in the side of the ship and Death Star it. I got to fly into the reactor core and blow it up from the inside. Now, getting in was very difficult, as there was a lot of gravitational fluctuations, so you were kind of being tossed around like you were in a washing machine.
Washing machine ain't bad.
It's a bit annoying, though, when you're trying to fly straight.
At least you're clean.
I guess, but then at the very end, once you destroyed all the gravitational generators, you had to wait for a massive gravitational burst to basically blow you out the front of the ship. And the first time, I completely messed it up and got destroyed. But the second time, I lined myself up with the entrance. I was just sitting there. I had all power to engines. I was at full power on the engines as well. And then when the time came, I started to fly out so fast that the speedometer on my TIE fighter actually broke.
Oh, jeez.
And then to cap it all off, I activated my boost, which made me go even quicker. And it made it even more fun. It was so cool. It was probably the coolest thing I've done in the entire game.
Honestly, that sounds pretty cool.
It was so fun. And I have started to get my collection of screen-accurate Rebel Alliance Starfighter paint jobs. I've got the...
Oh.
As I said in my video on Friday, I've got the Red Squadron X-Wing, as featured in A New Hope. And after I finished the game, I did a player versus AI match and ended up getting the Gold Squadron Y-Wing skin, as also seen in A New Hope. So I just got 3 more to get. The Red Squadron A-Wing, the Blue Squadron U-Wing, and the I'm still not sure which colour scheme for the B-Wing.
I mean, I'd say B colours.
I think they actually do have yellow and black.
If you can do that, please get it.
I shall do an investigation at some point this week.
Please do.
I will. Anyway, yeah, so I've only played Sonic Team Racing briefly and Jurassic World Evolution. I haven't had a chance to play Ark State of Survival yet. And I'm not going to be able to play it for a while either, because this Tuesday, at long last, is the release of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh, I'm not going to hear from you for like a couple of days. You are just going to upload a video, be like, done. You're not even going to tell me when you're recording them.
Nope, I'm just going to be, like, I have a legitimate plan. In Tuesday, I have afternoons off in college, and I've got this thing on my phone called PlayStation Remote Play, which lets you access your PlayStation from anywhere in the world with a good Wi-Fi connection on your phone.
So basically, you're going to skim off the rest of college and just play Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel that, because I've ended up in classes before when the teacher hasn't arrived. I've just loaded up Minecraft on my laptop and just played on a world until they've got there.
That's fair. But yeah, but that is definitely my plan as well. Do you remember the time that I uploaded a YouTube video in 20 seconds on college Wi-Fi?
I think so.
Well, backstory to this. Basically, after I recorded a video, it was just not uploading on the Wi-Fi at home. It was just flat out refusing. So I thought, okay, risky move. Let's try it in college in the morning. I literally pressed upload. I looked up at my computer, looked back down, it was done. I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack. Yeah, seeing as college Wi-Fi's free.
That good? What? The Wi-Fi wasn't that good when I was there.
Like, honestly, I nearly had a heart attack.
Yeah, please don't have a heart attack. We kind of need you for this channel. It's whole astounding camera, not astounding Roxo.
Well, could rebrand.
No, we are not rebranding. Otherwise, we have to get a new banner drawn up. I've got my own channel that I actually have to make content for.
That is true. But yeah, I'm gonna play some Skywalker Saga in the afternoon in college because oh my god, you have no idea how much I've been waiting for this game for the last 3 years.
I can guess.
Yeah, it's bad. But there was a couple of unfortunate confirmations to come from the developers in the last couple of weeks.
Uh-oh.
One, there will be, as a lot of people suspected, no online multiplayer.
Oh.
Nor will there be a character customizer.
Oh.
That's the one that really stings, as that's been a feature in every LEGO game ever since LEGO Star Wars, the video game, in 2005.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I think it was just a case of they didn't have time to get it done, because they would have had to delay the game again.
Again.
And seeing as this is like the 5th delay, I don't think they want to do a 6th.
Honestly, I feel that.
Yeah, I sure as hell would not be wanting to do a 6th delay on this game.
No.
But yeah, I honestly can't wait to play the game. It looks absolutely amazing so far. I have seen little brief glimpses of gameplay, but I'm trying to avoid as much as physically possible.
Yeah, I did that with like Pokemon Arceus when that came out. Actually, no, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl because I didn't want to see any gameplay until that came out.
That makes sense. But there is something that I have discovered that has really surprised me, actually.
Oh?
The game is actually going to be covering Order 66 properly.
Oh.
They aren't going to be putting a LEGO, funny twist on it. They're just going to do Order 66. And to say I'm shocked is an understatement.
I see.
Like, because it was in the last trailer released at the beginning of last week, and I was like, oh my god, they've done what? I honestly couldn't believe what I just seen. I was actually shocked because I did not think LEGO would end up going there. Yet, they surprised me, and they have. Yes. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. PlayStation Plus. I forgot about this. Well, Roxanne, how familiar are you with Xbox Game Pass?
I'm familiar with the concept. I do not have a Xbox myself.
Fair enough. Well, at the moment, PlayStation has 2 subscription services. PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. Come June, though, they will be merging those 2 services.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they are basically merging these 2 services to rival Xbox Game Pass. And PlayStation Plus will now be coming with 3 different subscription options. And conveniently, I have them all on my phone right now.
Nice.
Shall I read them off?
Go for it.
Okay. PlayStation Plus Essential. Benefits. Provides the same benefits as PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, online multiplayer access, and there are no changes for existing PlayStation Plus members in this tier. So, Essential is staying the same. I have actually the prices here for some of the countries that it'll be available in. The US will be $9.99 a month, $24.99 every quarter, and $59.99 per year. In Europe, it'll be $8.99 a month, $24.99 every quarter, and $59.99 every year. In the UK, it'll be $6.99 a month, $19.99 quarterly, and $49.99 yearly. And in Japan, it'll be 850 yen a month, 2,150 yen quarterly, and 5,143 yen yearly.
Oh.
As for the second option, PlayStation Plus Extra, it'll provide all the benefits from the Essential tier, and it will add a catalogue of up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalogue and third-party partners. Games in the Extra tier are downloadable for play. Prices will be in the US $14.99 per month, $39.99 every quarter, and $99.99 a year. In Europe, it'll be $13.99 monthly, $39.99 quarterly, and $99.99 a year. In the UK, it'll be $10.99 a month, $31.99 quarterly, and $83.99 yearly. In Japan, it'll be 1,300 yen monthly, 3,600 yen quarterly, and 8,600 yen yearly. Now, we're at the one that I'm really excited for. Yeah. PlayStation Plus Premium. Now, it will provide all the same benefits as Essential and Extra will, but it also adds up to 340 additional games, including PS3 games via cloud streaming, a catalogue of beloved classic games in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP, and it will offer cloud streaming access for original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP, and PS4 games offered in the Extra and Premium tiers in markets where PlayStation Now is currently available. Customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles, as well as PC. And you'll also get time-limited game trials, which will be also offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. Now, prices for this final tier will be, in the US, $17.99 a month, $49.99 quarterly, and $119.99 a year. Europe, it will be $16.99 a month, $49.99 yearly, $14.99 quarterly, and $119 yearly. In the UK, it'll be $13.49 a month, $39.99 quarterly, $99.99 a year. And in Japan, it'll be 1,550 yen a month, 4,300 yen a month for a quarter of a year, and 10,250 yen for a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on those tiers?
Honestly, truthfully, the tiers feel like they're just trying to make money out of you, but honestly, with how the tiers are set up, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Again, they're definitely trying to copy Xbox Game Pass in that way. But I think for me, the most enticing is Premium because, well, you can get games from literally every PlayStation console ever made.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So the PS1, 2, PSP, and 3, as well as the 4 and the 5. So, that's pretty damn good, I'd say.
Yeah.
There are so many games from the PS3 and PSP I would kill to replay. So many. Yeah. And with this, I actually have the chance, so I'm also going to be looking out for, because I have a feeling within the next month or so, they're going to be announcing what games are going to be available because, well, within a month, it'll be just over a month to go until this new PlayStation Plus is released. So, very excited about that. Quite surprised that they've announced this so quickly. Like, they literally announced this beginning of last week, so they left it with just over 2 months to go. So, I'm quite surprised they announced this so late on.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to generate as much hype as I could for this, I would have announced it in January at the latest. February if I really wanted to push it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just really excited for this now because, oh my god. I just... because I do have, as I mentioned, I have PlayStation Plus already. Because, of course, I got those 2 games last week. Will I be upgrading? Possibly. Okay, probably.
Most likely in your case.
Yeah.
Only
in other words, it's...
Use it. Only upgrade if you're going to use it.
Oh, I'm going to be using the hell out of it.
If you're sure.
That I would have about 700 games from across all the old PlayStation consoles available to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm definitely going to be using it a lot.
I mean, I'd still recommend a couple of games if you're really wanting some long-term games for PS4 or 5 or whatever.
I think for me, I'm just wanting to replay some old ones.
Yeah.
I think it's just because my 2 main ones are Transformers War for Cybertron and its sequel, Fall of Cybertron. Like, those games were just god-tier Transformers.
Yeah.
And what's really depressing is they were 2 of the last Transformers games to be made. And Fall of Cybertron, for reference, was released 10 years ago. We haven't had a Transformers game for about 5 years now.
Oh, I see.
Because the production studio, which was making them, has gone bust. It was High Moon Studios. Don't know if you know them.
I know of them.
Yeah, they went bust, I think in 2000 and I'm going to say 16 or 17. So we haven't had a Transformers game for a while. So yeah, I think my main thing for this is just replay some old games and play some games that I never had the chance to play. Because jumping back to Transformers, I don't know if it'll be available in this country, but I'm hopeful because in Japan there was a Generation 1 game released in 2003. The weird thing is, it was fully done in English.
Oh.
Yet it was a Japan exclusive. To
be fair, a lot more Japan exclusives are being released for the West now, so that's pretty.
Which is what I'm sincerely hoping happens to this game because I have seen some gameplay and oh my god, it looks so good. Because I did look for it to see if it was available in this region, and it was made solely for Japan, even though the game's base language it was made in English. And in fact, it was made based on the Transformers movie, which didn't release until a long time after it did in the US. So I'm really not sure what happened there. But if I get to play it now, I do not mind.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Right, so that's it for this mini video game section. now I've got a little bit of Star Trek talk to go through. And this should probably wrap up this stream quite nicely.
Okay.
Right. Starting off with Star Trek Picard. Wow. This week's episode was absolutely brilliant. Very good way to mark the halfway mark of this season and the show as a whole. Yeah, we're already halfway through this show, and that's insane to me. But this week, we had ourselves fully embedded in the 21st century in 2024. And there is something I should probably mention from last week's episode, which is probably going to make you laugh. Rick and Morty exist in the Star Trek timeline.
What?
Yeah, Rick and Morty exists in the Star Trek universe.
But excuse me, what did I miss there? I feel like you've jumped into an AU rather than the actual canonical universe.
Yeah, up to now at least, it is the Prime timeline. Unless Q gets his way, then it won't be. But up to now, it's the Prime Star Trek timeline, and Rick and Morty does canonically exist. Yeah. Anyway, moving back to this week's episode. It was probably one of the best episodes of Star Trek I've seen for a long time. We saw Picard meet one of his ancient ancestors, as it would appear. She was kind of the catalyst for human exploration of the of the solar system, which frankly is insane. Honestly, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'll just say that it was an incredible episode, a lot of action, and fair bit of violence in a couple of parts, but for the most part, it was just a really good episode. And Q, well, I think Q is dying.
Oh no.
Yeah, he tried to use his powers on Picard's ancestor. He clicked his fingers. Literally nothing happened. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what's happening with good old Q there. I'm sure we'll find out in the next couple of episodes. But the main thing I want to talk about Star Trek-wise is over the course of this last week, Strange New Worlds has given us a trailer introducing us to each and every one of the characters for the series.
Oh.
And what I really like, and they did not have to do this, but they've gone through them in rank order.
Rank order?
Yeah, they started off with Cadet Uhura, and then they went next to Lieutenant Ortegas, and then to Lieutenant Laan Noonien Singh, and then it was to Dr. Mbenga. No, sorry, it was Nurse Chapel, then Dr. Mbenga, and then it was off to Lieutenant Commander Henma, the Chief Engineer, and then it was going up to who was next after? Yeah, no, it was Spock next. And then off to number 1, aka Una. And then lastly, yesterday, we had the one for Captain Pike. And I'm really happy about that. It's still just about 2 months to just over a month to the release. Oh my god. Yep. And it seems that I have some good news for the UK audience. It looks as if it's going to be on Pluto TV again.
Oh, right, that's good.
Yeah, because they did announce the countries that would be available on Paramount Plus and in Canada. So They've been announced, but the UK wasn't on either list. So I think it is looking like it's going to be a Pluto TV show again, which makes me very happy. Like, I think they're going to be waiting a long while before they launch Paramount Plus in the UK after the debacle with Discovery at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, that was a PR disaster. So I think they're going to be waiting a long, long, long while before they even think about launching that thing in the UK. So it looks as if this will be on Pluto TV once again. Personally, I can't wait. But before then, we have another 5 episodes of Picard to go. And I've had a look. The finale of Picard and the first episode of Strange New Worlds releasing on the same day.
Wow. That's
Picard will be launching sometime on the Friday morning, and should they stick to the Discovery schedule, Strange New Worlds will be coming out on 9 p.m. that evening. And I'm just so ready for it. I need to see the Enterprise in her full glory again. Yeah, so that's actually it for this little Star Trek section as well. Just one tiny little bit of Star Wars news. Tiny thing. Kenobi has been pushed back 2 days to the 27th, which is a Friday, which is very interesting, as I thought Disney Plus weren't doing that anymore, but, well, we'll find out. But to account for it being pushed back 2 days, they're doing a double release. Episode 1 and 2 are dropping at the same time. Which means I'll be doing a double predictions and a double overview video.
That's pretty interesting.
So don't panic. I'm not doing an episode 1 and 2 separate videos. I'm doing an episode 1 and 2 prediction and an episode 1 and 2 overview. So I'm doing them both at the same time, which is going to be fun.
Well, that's gonna be an interesting one when you do it.
Yeah, isn't it just? We've got just under 2 months till that happens, and as I said, I can't wait for that one either because, oh my god, Kenobi. But yeah, that's it for this mini Star Wars section as well. Is there anything else you want to talk about this week?
For this week, no, only a minor thing for Pokemon that from April 1st, there's an event out for Brilliant Diamond and Pearl where you can finally get a Darkrai.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. I'm guessing there's still no news on Scarlet and Violet.
No news yet. But there is a Nintendo Direct that's going to be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Oh, brilliant.
GMT.
Great. So hopefully something will get released then.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Would you like to wrap this one up here?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Cool. Okay, everyone. If you've been watching on stereo, thank you so much for watching on here. And thank you for sticking with me on this very packed stream. Oh my god, it's not been this packed for a while. Or if you've been watching on YouTube, again, thank you for sticking around for this whole thing. Oh my god. Wow. That is some damn dedication. If you're watching on stereo on here, don't forget to give me a follow, Astounding Cameron, and follow Roxanne at Roxarooney while you're here as well. Or if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That button will be just below the video title. And while you're there as well, don't forget to check out Roxanne's channel at Mianette. That'll be in the link tree. Well, that'll be in the description below my link tree, which all my social media links will be in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. While you're as well, don't forget to check out Frost's channel and his Instagram, and as well, check out Roxanne's website. Those links will be below my link tree in the description as well. And that's going to do it for this stream, unless...
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, well. Guess we'll just have to do without a fact this week. And with that one, guys, I will see you all tomorrow with another YouTube video, and next week with another stream. Goodbye.
Bye.